am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I love the exercise classes here at the Senior Center.
Me too. I'm trying to eat healthier too, but it's expensive these days.
I know, and that's why I use benefitscheckup.org. I learned I can get help paying for groceries.
Benefitscheckup.org?
Yes, benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
For free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the planet and its people for nearly 50 years. Earth Justice has 150 full-time lawyers fighting in court for our planet's future and representing all clients free of charge. Until people come before profit, all energy is clean, the wild is truly free, and justice stands for all. Earth Justice will never rest. Learn more at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the Earth needs a good lawyer.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number that you can use to talk and text. Or you can go to YouTube at www.youtube.com/101.7. I'm sorry, at 101.7 The Truth. Or you can just download the Truth app and just listen live and But when you go to YouTube, make sure you click the notification bell so you never miss one of the great shows here. 11 hours of daily black talk right here on 101.7 The Truth. It's Wednesday, y'all, and it's hump day, and it feels like hump day, and I'm dragging. I'm not tired dragging. It's just like one of those days. You're just like, it could be better. It could be better, but it's not. And so I guess I'm going to have to make it better. I'm going to have to sit here and make it better. But I have something on my mind every day. And every day I have something that just disturbs me beyond belief. And so I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to not make today Pop Off Friday. I'm going to try. I didn't do too well the other day. And, yeah. So one of the things that I'm trying to do is to make sure that I am clear in what it is I say. And I was thinking about all the meetups and all the things that are happening in the black community here in Milwaukee. And I'm not really sure everything's going to work out great. And I kicked it around, and I looked at all the things that were happening in the city, and I'm not really sure we are capable of doing what we need to do in order to win. I don't think we're capable of making Milwaukee the city that it needs to be because, to be quite honest with you, there's some people here that we need to deal with, and we're not doing it well. We're not making it easy for black people to function in the city. And so as I kicked it around, I just came to the question that I want to ask. Here's the question. Do you want to be the keeper of the flame or just play with matches? Because that's what meetups are. You're playing with matches. As I was driving through the city, I see people speeding 70, 80 miles an hour down 175 Fond du Lac when it's on the highway portion north of Hampton, 68th and Hampton. Meetup. It sounds organized. It sounds intentional. Almost, if you really think about it, it's innocent. Well, we're gonna meet up. Yeah, we're gonna go out for a cup of coffee. But historically, we didn't have meetups. We had gatherings that actually had purpose, and I think that's the difference that young people don't really understand. There was a time when young black men and women moved with a certain awareness and understanding that when you stepped outside your house, you represented not just you. You represented your family, your name, your block, your future, everything that's tied up in you. Because it wasn't about oppression, it was about ownership. And no, I'm not talking about ownership of property. I'm talking about ownership of yourself, of your behavior, and of the consequences that come with that behavior. Now, let's fast forward today, right? We got crowds forming, but it's not around purpose. It's around presence, social media. Not around progress, but actually wanting attention. And like what happened on, all these places around the city and around the country, they go left because they often do. Like Glendale, last June on 14th and Burnham, a couple weeks ago, downtown Milwaukee. And then the conversation shifts to everything except the one that matters, and that's responsibility. I didn't hear anybody
I didn't hear any elected official talk about holding those kids responsible. I did hear some folks want to blame like a lack of resources. I heard some people blame lack of space. And they want to blame whatever except the perpetrator. Now, I get it. Conversations have their place, but at some point, you have to take responsibility for how you show up in the world. Because if you don't, well, we already know it because we got media, somebody else will define you by your worst moment. Everybody thinks that is a reflection of black people. All black people are like that. Previous generations didn't have the luxury of being careless in public spaces because the margin for error was too thin and the consequences were immediate. Water hoses, beatings, jail, and death. That's what you got for stepping out of your house and forgetting about yourself and acting a fool. So behavior became strategic, not optional. Today, we think freedom, and we've equated that with a lack of discipline. We think being visible has value, but the issue is you cannot inherit a legacy that you refuse to respect. And no self-governing, self-respecting black man or woman is going to turn any organization over to you. Not our legacy organizations, not our D9 organizations, not our Masonic lodges, nothing. We are not turning it over to you. You can't demand an opportunity and then reject the accountability that comes with it. You can't call our children the future and then watch them actively undermine it. And I'm talking to those people who are in my generation and under me, those are your children out there acting a fool. And you're not saying anything about it. Do understand something. The next generation being in leadership is not automatic. You have to earn it. Which brings me to the question nobody wants to answer for some reason. How do you become the keeper of the flame when you don't even want the flame? So you have to understand the flame represents something. It represents sacrifice, discipline, a standard. But I understand some people don't want that responsibility. They want the benefit without the burden of carrying anything heavy. They want the recognition without the requirement of being prepared. But that won't work. And one thing you need to learn from your elders, it never has. You don't believe me? You can ask Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers, Fred Hampton, Jimmy Lee Jackson, James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, Michael Schwerner, Emmett Till, Herbert Lee, Vernon Dahmer, Addie Mae Collins, Denise McNair, Carol Robertson, Cynthia Wesley, Samuel Hammond Jr., Delano Middleton, Henry Smith, Wallace Jackson, George Lee, Lamar Smith. The shade you live under came from trees planted not just by icons. It was paid for by people, most people in this list that you ain't never heard of. So instead of asking what spaces we need to create, maybe we need to ask what standards do we need to restore? Because if the foundation isn't there, no amount of programming, no amount of opportunity, no amount of jobs that you can come get a job for the summer, no amount of meetups is going to fix what is fundamentally wrong. It ain't about nostalgia. It's not about, oh, in the old days, that's what they used to do. That don't work. It's about alignment between who we say we are and how we actually move. You ever met somebody who gave the impression they were all that, only to find out later they weren't? At the end of the day, a generation that refuses discipline is going to always struggle with direction. And let me just help you. If you don't want the flame, don't be surprised when everything and everybody around you stays cold.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, it's that time of year again for the Tory Lowe Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we'll be cleaning up the city on the walk. You can also safely get rid of hazardous household items thanks to MMST. Drop off your items from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at MLK Elementary School. We're talking things like all antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, and pesticides. Sign up now at ToryLoweCleanup.com. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Sub, and Waste Management.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home. I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Let me see what the weather's like outside. It was pretty nice today. When I was driving in, it was 70 degrees. Right now, downtown, of course, it's cooler. 71, feels like 58 degrees. The high today is 65. The low tonight is 31. That's a 34-degree difference, and it's below freezing. Winds are from the south at 20 miles an hour. That's why it feels a little bit cooler. So don't want to do that. So if you have any comments about my Dr. Ken's Truth, you can give me a call or shoot me a text at 833-212-1017. Or you can hit the YouTube chat. Speaking of the YouTube chat, let me take attendance and see who's hanging out around here in the YouTube chat. So let's see. Hey, what's up, Quanda? How's it going? Sincere, Ronnie Ray Real. That's a lot of names. SE, good afternoon. Mao. Where you been, Mao? I ain't seen you in a minute. Willie, what's going on? The Willie that's not the Willie that I know, that's Willie. Okay. This is trying to make sure. Trying to make sure I won't get in trouble. Call the wrong Willy. And start making, games and all that stuff. So, yeah. Well, it's Wednesday. It's hump day. Yesterday was election day. I worked the polls day and night. I paused to do my show and then went back to the polls. So what was voter turnout? Well, JS Online has a story after Justice-elect Chris Taylor's whopping 20-point margin of victory. It might be a surprise that only about 1 in 3 Wisconsin voting-age residents turned out. Unofficial results posted by Associated Press at 12:45 p.m. today showed 1,506,444 Wisconsinites cast ballots. 905 for Taylor, 600,000 for Lazar, and 1,250 write-in. Compare that to 2025 when it was 2,364,887, and that's about 1.18 million more. So they got two different ways to calculate that. One, they use the state's voting age population of residents over 18, which is about 4.7 million people. So dividing approximately 1.5 million ballots cast yesterday, that's about 32%. It's pretty low. It's pretty low. That's pretty low. We got 3.59 million registered voters using another one of just registered voters. You can use voting age versus registered voters. So, did you vote? 833-212-1017 is the number. What are your thoughts? And I'm more interested in why you voted. Now that everything's over. I'm not going to tell you who I voted for, even though I can complain about both of them. Lazar really didn't do anything. I don't understand why people don't advertise on the truth when they're trying to reach black people. I think it's indicative of them showing that they don't want to. If I'm wrong, then prove me wrong. Advertise. But they don't. They throw a little money here or there. They can say they spent money in the black community, but they really didn't do anything. They really didn't like set a standard and push. And so I'm offering anybody who wants to come on my show who's running for office that's reputable, on the ballot, has a financial team, rocking and ready to go, you're free to come on my show to tell me what it is you're going to do. Now, you're going to be challenged. I'm going to ask some questions. The main question I'm going to ask you, the money question I'm going to ask is, what will your base, the people you represent, look like when you're done? If you're running for the city, what's the city look? If you're running as an alderman or alderwoman, what will that aldermanic district look like when you're done? Because that's what I want to know. What are you going to do? Not tell me what you're going to do. What are you going to actually do? Because that's what I want to know. Did y'all vote? 833-212-1017 is the number. Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Yes, good evening to you and the Truth listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why they don't come on the Truth, because they only see the truth to come on and just use the pity party, like a lot of these politicians do. You know, the favorite. I grew up in Factory 206 when my mama always got evicted. Okay, well, if you got evicted and you grew up and you already know what black people need. But then when they get in the position and somebody get hit by a Daewoo, oh, we got to get out here. Oh, Lord. Oh, we got to make sure they're okay. But then when it comes to the inner city, oh, I don't know what I need to do. Or another person that's running, I grew up in Factory 206. So they only see black black people is a pity party as if we're destitute and impoverished, and the only thing they knew was potato chip sandwiches, and as if people wasn't paying their rent. But they failed to realize you had a lot of outstanding people who paid their rent on time. You had a lot of people who had 7 kids and who did raise them the right way.
Sure
but
did.
They're not going to do that with black people because they always use a pity party. And if you're running, don't use 53206 as a pity party. Use your own family and stop putting black people on your failures and your downfalls. Because if you only see black people as a pity party, don't ask us for our blankly blank vote. Have a good day.
Well, I guess he told me. But I agree. Bet if Donald Trump was running for something, we would have, it would be like 10 million, we would have had near 100% participation. But if people kill each other, shoot each other, meet up, fight the police, do all that, crickets. Lisa, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. How are you today?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Good. Can't complain.
I just called to tell you I voted. I had my mail-in ballot. But I don't understand why the people that don't have anybody running against them, they still don't, advertise.
Yep.
I guess they know they're going to get the job back.
Yep.
So it's just worthless. And I know now when it's like that, I'm not going to vote at all in that area. And I made a mistake because I was trying to hurry up and get my ballot dropped in the box. And I wasn't thinking, why should I mark their name when they're already going to, and they don't even bother to come out and explain themselves for what their, policy's going to be like or whatever, All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. I mean, she's right. People just take advantage of it. They know they're going to run not in a big election. They're going to run in an election where not a lot of people are running and not a lot of people come out. So all you have to do is generate a very small base, get over the hump, and get one vote more than the person who's running against you, and you got it. Don't have to promise anything. Look at all these judges that run. I don't vote for judges either. Somebody needs to tell judges, if you don't advertise, if you don't tell us, about you, no. That's why I didn't like, what's her name, Susan Taylor? That's why I didn't like her at all. Everybody loved her because she's a liberal and she believes in women's reproductive rights. Stop rebranding abortion. Stop it. I get it. If people think abortion is a sin, it's no more of a sin than lying, cheating, stealing, backbite, all that stuff. So it's not gluttony. It's no different. So stop this bashing people who do something that you're opposed to, because I'm sure you do something that other people would be appalled at and opposed to, and you don't want that out. So give people some grace. I think that's something we don't have in our community, grace. But when you come in and use, I'm going to support women and I support abortion, I don't want to know that as a judge. Keep that to yourself. Your personal proclivities, your personal beliefs, your personal politics should have zero place. Zero. But then when all your funding, and I don't know if hers was, when all your funding goes through Act Blue, that lets people know you're a Democrat. So then if you're a Democrat and black people vote predominantly Democrat, what you doing for us? There's nothing she can do. She's one Supreme Court justice in the state of Wisconsin. But we got a 5-2 ruling. And if they don't follow the rule of law, it'll go to the Supreme Court and they'll get overturned. Not because it's a conservative U.S. Supreme Court. I believe because jurists don't want their reputations trashed beyond their death by some idiot political thing you did. That's why Donald Trump doesn't like the Supreme Court now. He put all those conservatives on the Supreme Court, but when things come and they follow the rule of law, they uphold it and say, hey, they can do what they want to do. And then Trump doesn't like it. Oh, God, I got to complain. I hate them. Well, guess what? Got to follow the rule of law, got to follow the Constitution, and that's how life goes. Hey, what's up? Not really a city girl? YouTube, talking text line. Sincere says starting. You really like I don't really like your name, Ronnie Ray Real. You thought I liked your name because I said it? Kyle interviewed both judges. I wish they did more. They are the elections that really count. Yes, they are, SC. Local elections are the ones that really count. And right now they give us nothing. And you know what the problem is? We let them give us nothing. Crystal said the messaging isn't for you as a man. That's the most ridiculous comment I ever heard. Stop this separation of men and women, and it's only a woman thing. Because you know what? You're right. I'm not sharing anything with women anymore. I'm not supporting women anymore. Support yourself. It has nothing to do with women's reproductive rights. That is not a judge's business. None. And if you're pro-abortion, I don't care. If you're anti-abortion, I don't care. But what I'm not going to do is hear somebody who's supposed to rule in the middle of the road and follow the rule of law tell me consciously that they prefer abortion. So if anything comes up, even if it's wrong, even if it's against the law, even if it's against the Constitution, even if it's against a person's personal individual civil rights, they're going to vote blue. That's trash. Susan Taylor is trash. If you follow that, that's garbage. You admitted that you're going to go against what the Constitution says, and the people can change the Constitution because you don't like it. You're going to legislate from the bench and you're a judge. That makes you trash. That makes you trash. And if you support that, I'm going to let you call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. But if you support people doing that, when they turn on you, I don't care what her name is, Chris, Susan, I don't like her. Knucklehead Taylor, I don't care. But do you know the names of the people that died for you to have the right to do that? No. This is ridiculous. It's unfortunate black people get suckered into voting in people who do not have their best interests at heart because of one thing, women's reproductive. What reproductive right does somebody, other than abortion, what reproductive right do you actually have or need? But if men step up and say something, all of a sudden people are upset. If men say something or say something they don't like, they actually tell you that you don't have a right to say it. How dare you? I have a right to say whatever I want, just like you do. But then when you disagree, everybody gets upset. Oh my God, I don't get it. SC, I don't care if it's Chris Taylor. I have no respect for the woman. None. Zero. And what's the other woman who ran? Lazar? I have no respect for her. And before you start talking about, oh, you don't like women, it's not about that. She didn't do anything in the black community either. It's trash. They're both trash. But what do? We get suckered because we only vote one political way. It's unfortunate. And so now when you don't get what you want and when you don't get what you need, I'm going to remind you, at least you have your women's reproductive rights. Take that home and keep you warm at night. And the messaging isn't for women. See, that's the problem. If you're a woman and you represent everybody and your only messaging is for women, that's trash. You're telling me you're not going to support men. That what men feel, men think, men say is not as important as women. I'm going to put women in front of everybody. Well, that's what they did in the past. I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about today. I'm going to take this call because I got like 1 minute. The caller, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. You got a minute. Go ahead.
You don't have a granddaughter yet, right?
That's irrelevant. What you got to say? That's none of your business.
Well, I'm just I know that you speak about your daughters.
What's your point? Say your point.
Of supporting,
don't talk about me. What is your
women
point?
And okay, when your granddaughters go to college, if you ever have them.
Don't talk about my granddaughters. I don't have them. Please don't use them. Please don't use them as an example.
But what I wanted to say, though, with regard to the flame, at the exact time where those 13 to 15 bad apples, like we would talk about if we were talking about cops, were acting ignorant and not representing the majority of black kids. There were 84 kids who were traveling in North Carolina, Louisiana, and Georgia who will carry the flame in which you spoke of. And so I think we're in great hands, but sometimes when you get older, you can't see the forest for the trees.
That's the stupidest statement I ever heard. Dumbest statement I ever heard. When you get older, I have more experience. I have more life. I know what all the things that'll go right and go wrong and things that work and don't work. You think because you're younger, you're smarter? That's the problem. You got time, but I got wisdom. And now with 101.7 The Truth Traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Well, we got some problems on 94 eastbound, just past 84th Street. The two left lanes are blocked with a crash. Looks like it's pretty serious, too. So, obviously, you're going to see delays coming in from around 84th Street all the way to 76, roughly where it is. And then we got more delays past that all the way from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. Westbound, we got backups from 27th Street to Hawley Road. Southbound 43, seeing delays from about Locust down through the Marquette. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, showers likely tonight and breezy, up to a quarter inch of rain, low of 48. Tomorrow, becoming partly cloudy, a high of 62. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Damn! Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Brunch plans? Happy hour plans? Either way, get loaded. At Loaded Spud, we turn the classic baked potato into a full-on flavor experience. Swing through for brunch favorites like shrimp and grits and chicken and waffles, then come back afterward for happy hour in our loaded bowls, paired with cold drinks and a laid-back vibe. Enjoy happy hour from 4 until 10 p.m. with special prices on loaded potato favorites and drinks. Bring your friends and get your Spud on. Big portions, big flavor, no ordinary bar food. There's always a good time to get loaded. Stop in today at 789 North Water Street or visit online at letsgetloaded.online.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem. But the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks are back in the losing column after the Nets beat them 96-90 in Tuesday's game. The Bucks are now in Detroit to face the Pistons. Giannis is still looking to play and is hopeful for a return before the season ends.
And he will dribble this one to the finish line, where the Brooklyn Nets have now won 2 consecutive games here on the home floor as the Bucks drop the first of a back-to-back. They'll head to Detroit.
Tonight's game begins at 6. The Brewers are facing the Red Sox again after receiving their 3rd loss of the season. Here's manager Pat Murphy on The Miz running out of gas.
After the 5th, we could tell just his responses and things that, like, he was running out of gas a little bit, but he's still also great.
The Red Sox beat the Brewers 3-2 on Tuesday. Today's starting pitcher is Shane Drohan. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Before the break, we morphed into this whole women's thing in Supreme Court and women's reproductive rights or whatever that nonsense is and all that. Then Crystal starts shouting and hollering at me and beating me up and kicking me around. And she said, Dobbs sent abortion rights back to the states. That is why a Supreme Court in Wisconsin that will protect women's rights is important. I don't care. As a man, you never, and don't say never because you don't know what you're talking about, have to worry about losing your bodily autonomy. Losing your bodily autonomy sounds ridiculous. And I told her, I don't care. Stop saying silly things. Women are not more special than men, period, ever. I don't care if you can have a kid. I don't care if you can get pregnant. You can't do it without us. And if you do, you still can't do it without what's in us, even if you do it artificially. So stop. You're not special. We're not special. Together, we're the most powerful thing in the entire universe. And the only thing we care about is whether or not you have reproductive rights. When the majority of black women don't believe in abortion, that's ridiculous. And you shouldn't shun those who do. You shouldn't shun those who believe it. That's ridiculous, too. And I know all my Christian friends will scream, oh, my God, I can't believe you said that. Well, you watch people in church that live lives that are not appropriate as a Christian, and you don't say nothing to them. So leave people that get abortions alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. See, I can defend you and complain about you just like you can about me. But it's got to be two-way. It can't be all about women. It can't. You always have it. What about rape or incest? That's none of your business. Crystal wrote, can't do it without y'all, but what happens in the case of incest or rape? It's important to have the choice. I think it's important to not have it and actually maybe have some support for a woman. I'm sorry, who said that? SC said that. Sorry, Crystal. And it's important to have support for the woman when she decides to have it. SC said, I'm a woman and it is my business. Then you take care of your kid. If you get pregnant, take care of your child. Don't ask him for no money. Don't ask him for anything. If it's yours and you have a right to decide it, keep it. Go get a job, go get child care, and take care of it. But that is not what you do. I'm being general when I say that. That's not what you do. You go to court, you want money, you want this, you want that. You ride men through the rails and rip up their lives and take all their money and have female lawyers who rip you apart. Why? If it's your right, why? If you choose to have a kid that you decided to be there with somebody else and have it, and you decided to keep it, and he didn't want it, you take care of it. Don't go after him to try to pay you so you can sit back, eat bonbons, and watch what's her name? Tamara Hall? Whatever her name is. No. See, the problem is women get it both ways. They get to be feminine and take your money and, oh, thank you, and all that, and sit at home and raise kids. And they get to be the strong, powerful woman and go to work and be tough and be all that because they decide to. And God forbid you have a thought about it because your thought is subordinated to a woman's. Now watch this. That's fine, but if you're alone and if you're lonely, and if you can't find a man, and if you can't get somebody to help take care of you and live your life with somebody, guess what? It's your fault. I said that that's the only thing you all care about, Crystal. But when women have passed away due to restrictive laws, it is important. Okay. How many have passed away, Crystal? How many? How many? Do you even know? See, we come up with these arguments, but let me help you with something. This is my model that I follow, and then I got to go to break because y'all got me riled up. It ain't even Friday. This is my model. And by the way, thank you, SE, Crystal, not really a city girl, all the women. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your. I'm not saying anything that's meant to offend or to upset or to denigrate. Crystal knows she's doing it on purpose, though. But I want people to understand that these are conversations that need to be had. Be respectful, and it's okay to disagree. I don't think me and Crystal agree on probably maybe 10%. I think I've only seen one time in the entire time Crystal been in there. She said, "Oh yeah, I agree," and that was like last week sometime or something. That was it. I ain't never had. And that's okay. I mean, that is what it is. Aaron said, wonder what the numbers are for rape and incest. As big as the talking point is, you'd think it was a super large number. But it's not. Just like dying in childbirth is not. Dying or getting a improper abortion is not. It's a woman's choice, and a woman gets to make that choice if she wants to. Here's the difference. Don't come after the man and try to make him pay for a decision you made. That's all I'm saying. Talk about it. Work it out. But when you start putting the legal system in and start dragging people and getting, it gets nasty. And the problem in Wisconsin is that women always win. Friend of the court always backs the woman. No matter what, she could be wrong as 2 left feet and she'll still. I want to file a brief for friend of the court because we support. Right. Because I don't really care if it's 5-2 liberal or 5-2 conservative in the Wisconsin Supreme Court. I don't care. All I want you to do is do your job and follow the rule of law. Do not legislate from the bench. Do not try to alter something that you disagree with, because when my case comes up to the Wisconsin Supreme Court and it has to do with something that has nothing to do with women, I now do not trust that you would handle it properly because I don't trust you over there. And if you're a jurist, if you're a judge, if I don't trust you in one thing, I don't trust you in anything. And that makes a good number of people on the Wisconsin Supreme Court trash. And you should be careful when a person is willing to go against the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin, instead of telling people if you want to change it, vote. Like, I don't understand that. Vote, put somebody in office, and actually change the Constitution. Then we're good. See, my issue is this. I was sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin and all the laws and ordinances of the county and the city of Milwaukee. I don't make them. Whether I agree with it or not, whether I think you should be arrested or not, is completely irrelevant. When domestic violence became mandatory arrests, we arrested everybody. Men, women, didn't matter. And then the LGBTQ community blew up. Oh my God, you're arresting us. You're not. If you don't want to be treated as less than, then you need to be treated equal, and that means the law applies to you like everybody else. That means when it's 2 women or 2 men and there's domestic violence, it's a mandatory arrest. You go to jail, period. But yet I still got complaints. And Crystal, of course, 1 rape or incest or death is too many. But that can't be the reason for you. See, here's my model that I got away from because you're going to get ADHD. If you have to give me 3 or 4 reasons why you can't do something, and one of those reasons by itself won't hold up on its own, then you probably shouldn't do it. Oh, I'm going to fire you. You were late. You didn't get your work done. You talked too much at work. You lost your key fob. Yeah, I did that the other day. You lost your key fob. You didn't have the money to pay for a new key fob. I got the money. Didn't send your producer your rundown. Didn't send an email. Right? If each of those stood by itself, would you fire that person? No. So if you got to put them all together to get rid of somebody, those are little small corrective things you could have done, and you could have helped that person. But that's not what we do. And if you let it pile up to 4 or 5 things and you didn't fire him on the first one, don't fire him on the 5th or 6th one. It just doesn't make any sense. The decisions that we make no sense. Is rape and incest enough to overturn Roe v. Wade? Is dying because you couldn't get a good abortion doctor and you got it in a back alley or in a hotel room and you died, is that one thing enough to overturn it or to keep it? See what I'm saying? But when you got to pile all those in, you can make it look big, but it's really not. When you can take the time, and if you want to make it right, you want to make it where it's helpful to women, helpful to men, helpful to families, helpful. But instead of doing that, I just want to stick to my side. My side is the only side. Ladies, I hope you understand the word loneliness.
Milwaukee business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Adversity on King, we believe taking care of our community starts right here, together. Every day, neighbors step up to donate blood, helping save lives in Milwaukee and beyond. But Versity on King is more than a donor center. It's a place for health education, community connection, and support, especially for families facing conditions like sickle cell disease. When you donate blood, you're not just giving. You're showing up for your community. Visit versity.org/VersityOnKing to learn more or schedule your donation today. Versity on King, rooted in community, powered by hope.
Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th at Franklin Field, featuring live performances by Shaggy, Rick Ross, Genuine, Soulja Boy, Frankie J, Mims, and more. There will be craft margaritas, Milwaukee's best taco vendors, authentic lucha libre wrestling, an exotic car showcase, a Chihuahua beauty patch, art installations, and so much more. Tacos and Tequila Festival, Saturday, May 30th. Get your tickets at tacoandtequilafestival.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You are listening to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. I'm trying to calm myself down, but Crystal got me all riled up. It is a large number, Crystal. What's the number? And a large number in comparison to what? Total births, total. That's all I'm saying. We need to have a show about men and women. What you like about men and what you hate about men. What you like about women, what you don't like about women. Because the whole anatomy thing is not going to change. Y'all act like y'all. First of all, we should have stopped calling women queens and men kings, because you're not. Y'all, for that first thing, y'all need to stop. Anyway, y'all gonna get me started. Do we need to talk about men and women tomorrow? I don't know. Crystal might show up at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Hey, Dr. Ken, it's me. Come out here now. Come out in the parking lot. Mal said, Dr. Ken, please don't go there. Nope. Definitely a king. No, you're not. Most of y'all don't even know where you're from. You don't. Talk all this nonsense. Oh, I'm from Africa. Okay, where you from? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Did you get your DNA checked? Did you get... No? Oh, so you just going on what somebody... Okay. 833-212-1017 is the number. We've been talking about men and women and the Supreme Court and how I don't like Susan Chris Taylor. Her name is Chris Taylor. I don't really care what her name is. I don't care. Ryan said, please stop using extreme examples. Look at how many women who were assaulted versus how many inner city black women get them out of convenience. I don't understand your point, Ryan. Sincerely, I don't see where from who I'm still a king in my own right. No, you're not. He said, what does it matter where I'm from? Because you have to be, kings are generational. So you have to have one in your lineage in order to be a king or queen. And if you don't know that, how can you call yourself a queen? That's like a 14-year-old calling themselves a man. Come on now. Top 5 at 5 up next.
At Junior Achievement, students learn how innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship can turn a simple idea into something that changes an industry. With support from Cost Corporation, students are discovering how engineering, product design, and smart marketing bring great ideas to life. From pioneering studio headphones to building a brand recognized around the world, Cost shows students how technology and creativity shape the way we experience music. Learn more at ja.org.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tori Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what, because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Let me find this nonsense y'all talking all. So before the break, we were talking about men and women and abortion and Supreme Court Susan Taylor, Chris Taylor, Lazar, Judge Lazar, all that. We was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So it was fun. And then I started being silly in the text. And so, all right. And Sincere said, I love when people think they can define who someone is or are based on their own standards. And I told him, stop being passive aggressive. Say what you're trying to say. Say what you need to say directly. Step up. Come out. Come out. Crystal started it anyway. Crystal started it anyway. And then Sincere said, I did, King. I'm like, who you calling King? Who you calling King? Babar says, Pop Off Wednesday. Sounds like a new promo. And then SC said, Ryan Road, I won't stop using extreme examples because you can't tell me that these extreme examples will no longer happen. You can't tell me that. Okay. Not really. A city girl said 100% Pop Off Wednesday. Then SC said, Dr. Ken, if that man wants to call himself a king, that's his business. No, it's not. No, it's not. I ain't calling him king. I ain't never called him. He called himself king. Can you walk around? What's your name? Oh, my name is King Ken. What? Look at me like I was crazy. As he said, y'all got it hot up in here today. Yep. It was all Babar. We got to blame somebody. Hey, we haven't heard from Quanda. It's Quanda's fault. Quanda back there doing her own business, doing her work, doing her own business. It's Quanda's fault. It's Quanda's fault. Since they say I'm about to get tatted king now, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And then somebody can be like, what you the king of? Nothing. Ryan said people only call themselves king because they heard someone else say it. You don't know why. You don't know why. Quanda said, no, the blank, it is not. I'm working. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay. 833-212-1017 is the number after top 5 at 5 if you want to jump in and whoop up on me. I feel confident that I can take it because the YouTube chat has just pummeled me. So, yeah. Wayne said, Dr. Ken, will you be my campaign manager? What you running for? Chief dish and bottle washer? I don't know. Todd said, Dr. Ken, I sure took a whooping after our conversation yesterday. I've thought a lot about the callers and YouTube comments. Some I will never see eye to eye with. I want to thank you and others for giving me a better perspective. I wouldn't call it a better perspective. I would call it a different perspective. Hold on to what you believe. Hold on to what you say. Marquis said, I agree with you. I disagree with you, Dr. Ken. Women are more special than men. For that reason, I hope your back starts hurting, sir, respectfully. So you curse me for something I said. You don't know me. And, oh, okay. Right. Yeah, we can block him too. So, what? If that's how you believe, that's fine. But watch this. Instead of spending time countering what I'm saying, just say what you say. Like Melissa, who said men should get vasectomies and the abortion argument is out the window. No, I think sex takes care of that. If you didn't do that, then it would be out the window. Okay? But since you're the ones that are complaining about reproductive rights, why don't you take your rights and go get snipped or whatever y'all call it? Oh, no, we can't have that. I think everybody should keep their own business to themselves and do what you do. Do you. Be the best you can be. Because ain't nobody going to change. Sincere said, leave my queen out of this. Who your queen? You ain't got no queen. Get out of here. Beat it. Beat it. Not really. A city girl said, Dr. Ken is swinging at everybody. I swing at everybody. I swing at Quanda. Quanda getting blocked too. Tell him, King. Ryan said, I will not. I live in the city. So, yep. Yeah, tell SC to go kick rocks. SC, go kick rocks. There. I mean, see, y'all done got me so riled up. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
Number 5.
From Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service, this is a special one. And before I begin, I have to set it up so that I know that everything is the correct way. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Oh, that's what I have to do. There it is. Hang on, I'm doing something because I'm trying to get everything together. I was too busy pontificating. All right, there it is. Now let me see if it works, because you know sometimes people give you information and then you check it and it don't be accurate. So yep, it does. All right, so I can get on with it. What did I say I was going to call this? Okay, because folks got mad at me for messing with them, so okay. All right, can I get another number 5? Can I get another number 5? All right. From Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service, a signature fundraising event is going to commemorate the 152nd running of the Kentucky Derby, bringing the excitement of the race to Milwaukee while raising funds to support local students. All the proceeds of this event support the Diamond Jubilee Pearls Foundation Incorporated, providing scholarships for college-bound students in the Milwaukee area, and since its inception, the foundation has awarded over $200,000 in scholarships, helping to shape the future of countless young scholars. What am I talking about? I am talking about the 8th annual AKA Day at the Derby. That's Saturday, May 2nd. They've got VIP experience and general experience, so you can check it out. It's at the Hilton Garden Inn, Milwaukee Northwest. And if you want more information on this galleon event that I've gone to a number of times, you can text to 833-212-1017, AKA Derby 2026, and you'll get the link. You can click it and see about it and all that stuff if you're interested in going. You know, I kind of harassed him yesterday about that certain rapper. So, I was being nice today. And local Upsilon Mu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, their Diamond Jubilee Pearls Foundation Incorporated, is having an event on Derby Day. And it's a great experience. You should check it out. I'm not really cool with the man in the picture that has on pink and green, but that's another issue. He should have on black and gold, but I'm just leaving that alone. But check it out. It's a great event. Text AKA Derby 2026, all one word, AKA Derby 2026, and you'll get the link to the foundation, and you'll be able to see and talk about it. And if you won't, buy a ticket and support our scholars. Got it? Good.
Number 4.
Well, Flying Delta just got a little more expensive from blackenterprise.com starting April 8th, which is what day? What day is it? Today. An additional $10 will be added to the cost of each customer's first and second check bag. First check bag will now cost $45. Second check bag, $55. And a steeper price has been levied for customers' third checked bag. The price jumps from between $50 to $200. Are you out of your mind? The airline attributed this price hike in the first in 2 years to a evolving global conditions and industry dynamics. What in the name of all things proper does that mean? Not all travelers will be affected by the new pricing. Delta confirmed that Sky Miles Medallion members, active duty military, and customers flying in premium cabins like first class, Premium Select, and Delta One will continue to receive their standard complimentary bag allotments. So there you go, which means it ain't a lot of people. It means there ain't a lot of people. Now, what that really means, you just pay for it up front. Well, if you fly first class, you get free bags. Well, the front of the plane lands like at the same time the back of the plane lands. So I don't really understand. Yeah. And so while I like flying first class, I don't always pay for first class unless it's dirt cheap or I got points. Otherwise, no bueno. Oh, and by the way, if you're a black college grad, you should probably beware.
Number 3.
also from blackenterprise.com. So millions of federal student loan borrowers are saying on the Saving on a Valuable Education, the SAVE Act, repayment plan may soon see a significant increase in their monthly payments. You might not have known, but the Trump administration announced the termination of the SAVE Act that was created by the Biden administration to lower monthly payments based on affordability and expand access to loan forgiveness. This week, a federal appeals court revived a Republican-led lawsuit challenging the SAVE repayment plan, overturning a lower court's dismissal. I think that's wrong, and I think it's bad. Borrowers enrolled in SAVE must switch to a new repayment plan within 90 days, and if they don't switch to a plan, they'll be automatically placed on a standard 10-year repayment plan, which basically gives you higher monthly payments. Now, according to the Department of Education, as of March 2026, 7.5 million borrowers are currently enrolled in the SAVE Act. The end of the SAVE repayment plan will be a major shift, and Kate Wood, a leading expert at NerdWallet, told PBS News, for a lot of people abruptly needing to accommodate potentially a 3- or 4-figure monthly bill, it's going to force a massive lifestyle change. Falling behind on student loans can negatively impact your credit score, making it more difficult to secure mortgages and other lines of credit. Experts say that as millions of people are forced to adjust already tight budgets because of what's happening during the war, it's going to create a ripple effect. So now you know. Now you know. If you're enrolled in a SAVE plan, you need to switch to a new plan by the end of September. If you don't, you're going to get jacked. And remember what I always say. When white people catch a cold, black folks get the flu. If white people get late on their payments, we get evicted.
Number 2.
This from Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service. Once again, Wisconsin voters yesterday elected Madison-based appeals court judge Chris Taylor to a seat on the state Supreme Court, decision that expands the High Court's liberal majority to 5 justices and cements liberal control until at least 2030. Taylor, a former Democratic state lawmaker and former policy director for Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin, defeated conservative Waukesha-based appeals court judge Maria Lazar in the race to replace outgoing Justice Rebecca Bradley, a member of the court's conservative wing. Wisconsin Supreme Court justices are elected to 10-year terms. So I don't like her. I'm going to say it up right. I don't like her. I don't like her more because I don't like Planned Parenthood. So now I really don't like her. And I don't like Planned Parenthood because of the history and how it started. Now, if you want to be there for women, if you want to help women, if you want to support women, if you want to make sure women get good medical care, that's fine. Whether you agree or disagree with abortion and all that, I think that's irrelevant at that point. Every human being deserves good medical care. I got that. But when you started by going to the churches and the black leaders and other people to get rid of Catholics and Jews and short, that's why we have a lot of black people around here now. That's my conspiracy theory. Because when you started Planned Parenthood, their goal was to lessen who they perceive to be lesser people. They're not smart. Their brains aren't developed. They're dumb. So if you don't educate somebody and then you put them up against somebody that went to private school, they're going to look dumb. And that's basically what happened to some black people. And then you write one little small, well, we'll just put a little thing and we'll apologize for, our past. And it was one little, yeah. Nope. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. I support women 110%. I mean, when y'all do stuff right. I support women 110%. But that one, yeah. Yeah. But never fear, there's happy news. Byron Allen wins again.
Number 1.
This from blackenterprise.com. Byron Allen has secured the 11:35 Eastern Time Post local news time slot on CBS and is set to take over once The Late Show with Stephen Colbert ends next month. The billionaire media mogul is expected to fill the slot with back-to-back episodes of Comics Unleashed series, shifting it an hour later. That's what Variety says. The move follows CBS's decision to lease out the time slot in the 26-27 season, with Allen also securing the 11:37 a.m. hour for his comedy game show. Funny you should ask. I created and launched Comics Unleashed 20 years ago so my fellow comedians could have a platform to do what we all love, make people laugh. That's what Allen said in a statement. He said, I truly appreciate CBS's confidence in me by picking up our 2-hour comedy block of Comics Unleashed and Funny You Should Ask, because the world can never have enough laughter. I think that's great. Well, who was Byron Allen? He's the founder and chairman and CEO of Allen Media Group. Previously paid CBS to air 2 episodes, typically a new episode paired with a rerun. He first occupied the time slot in 23-24 between Late Night with James Corden and the launch of After Midnight in January 2024, and returned it again in September last year after Midnight concluded. So he's got the 2 hours, and he's going to take it, and he's going to run with it. My question to you, 833-212-1017. My question to you, my poll question of the day in the YouTube chat. What kind of show should Byron Allen do? Movies, talk, news, or a series, which is what he's doing. He's actually doing a comedy series, right? But I don't know. I think we need to send a letter to Byron. We need to try to get Byron Allen on the show. Should he put black movies on? Should he do a black talk show? Should he do black news like we used to have on BET? Or should he have the series that he's going to have? We'll toss that in the YouTube chat. You see, my phone is talking to me because I said something and now it's talking back to me. Anyway, I think that'd be pretty cool. Hit the YouTube chat, and of course, if you're not, you can go to at 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Log in with your email, and you'll be able to dive into the chat. You can listen to us live. You can go through 1017thetruth.com, or you can go to the app on Apple Play or the Google Play Store, all that stuff. You can just go check it out. But when we come back, first of all, I want you to do the poll. But when we come back, I have a question that I want to talk to you about. I want to talk about my vacation bucket list. I already talked about where I wanted to move and where I'm thinking about moving. When I come back, I want to share with you, and I want to know yours too, my vacation bucket list. If you have a place, your dream vacation place, let me know what it is. 833-212-1017 is the number. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris.
Truth Nation, it's that time again for the Tory Low Community Cleanup. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 18th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as we come together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. Be part of making a difference in our community. The Tory Low Community Cleanup, Saturday, April 18th, 8 to noon. Sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, Waste Management, and presented by the Milwaukee Metropolitan Sewerage District, your clean water partner, serving Greater Milwaukee for 100 years.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Let me go see what y'all talking about in the talking. Let me check the talking text line first. But yeah, if you're interested in the AKA Derby Day, text AKA Derby 2026, and you'll be able to get the link, and you can check it out and see what's going on and all that stuff. And we blocking Melissa. Men should get vasectomies. Oh, I'm kidding. Don't do that. All right. Let me check the talking text line, see what kind of nonsense you're. Sincere said, "You're right, Ken. Let's get back on track. I agree on the topic. Your input on the subject." Ryan, I live in this city, and there are parts of the city I would not travel alone for fear of being raped. That's what SC say. Shouldn't I have the right in the event the unfortunate thing happens? I think a CCL will take care of that. Okay, let me stop. Of course. Nobody's arguing that. I'm done, SC. Talk to you tomorrow. Crystal said women cannot do themselves if they did not have the right to do themselves. What? That don't make no sense at all. Not at all. You can do better than that. Quanda said, let me call Mrs. Harris. Mind your business. I'll put a stop to this foolishness he's going on everyone today. Okay, mind your business before you get yourself blocked. That's all the power I have. I don't have any other power to do anything. And I can't even block him. I'd have to ask Zach to block him, and he ain't going to block him. So, you know. Quanda said, Mal was asked Quanda, do it. Y'all need to quit. Hopefully she's listening to you guys. If she's not watching, and tomorrow he'll come in with a new attitude. That ain't going to happen. Then somebody said, man, y'all went off. Ryan said using condoms is never a choice. Why? Then Crystal said every minute that there's at least one. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Because it's easy to divide something by a big number and say, look, every minute, every second. If that were the case, it'd be happening all over the country and we actually see it. if we use numbers like that, we make everything sound worse than it actually is. Who was it that said, what was it, SC that said, one is one too many? She's right. One is one too many. But let's not stir the pot by lying about data, okay? Well, not lying, but twisting it. As a woman, that is one of my great, now watch this. Let me denigrate what you're saying so that you can feel how we feel. So you're saying only a woman can get raped? Men can get raped too. See, when you do that, you diminish the other person's comment, and that's what you're doing to that. Dr. Ken Miles said, well, Dr. Ken, Planned Parenthood is part of the system that participates in the destabilization of the black community. I totally agree. For all the good they do, and it's such a minuscule part of women's health and mammograms and stuff like that, they do a lot of damage to the black community. That's just me. If you disagree, I don't care. Miles, hey, Ryan, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say imaginary and all that. Don't denigrate people now. You could disagree, but, don't do that. Don't do that. And don't denigrate women, right? You can disagree with a woman, but you're not going to be in here, Ryan, talking nonsense. Nonsense. I'm reading what y'all saying. I'm going to have to throw some of y'all out. Throw some of y'all out. Let me see. Babar, well, that's my point, Dr. Ken in particular. Crystal said there are 14. I don't understand what she. Okay. I think I'm changing the subject for the fact that I think I started. That doesn't make any sense, SC. Men can get raped, but men can't get pregnant by the rapist. So you're special because you can get pregnant? Or are we special because we can make you pregnant? I don't. You're always lording women over men and putting us down. You're just adding to the same thing society does when society trashes men. Black women just pile on. They take advantage of all that and just pile on. You don't believe in equal rights as long as your rights are first. That's what I'm talking about. I get what you're saying, but listen to what you're saying. Think of a young son or a young boy that hears that. Men are less. Less. That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. Trashing men. And then sue them for not doing what you think they should do. And not do, it just piles on. It just piles on. Anyway, my vacation destination. See how y'all took me all the way around that? My vacation destination. So before the break, I said I was going to tell my bucket list. I have 4 places that I want to go on vacation, stay only a couple days, and then if I like it, I'll go back. There's nothing like I went on a cruise and I didn't like it, and I was stuck on a boat for 5 days. Oh, I was so upset. I was so upset. It was terrible. I said she trashed men. If you disagree, that's fine, but don't tell me what I think. Crystal. I got to come up with a name for Crystal. Vacation. Where you want to go for vacation, Crystal? By the way, since you're on there anyway. My places are Benin, Greece, Rome, and London. Those are the places that are on my bucket list that I want to get to. I don't really feel the need to go to South America. I've been to Hawaii, South Pacific. I wasn't impressed with Hawaii. I liked Hawaii, but I wasn't impressed with Hawaii. Maybe I'll go to Japan, but I know they don't like black people in Japan. That's what I heard. So Benin, homeland, Benin. for all those of you that have been in Greece. I want to go to Greece. I want to see the Greek Isles. I've seen pictures. I think it's beautiful. Of course, I want to go to Rome because it's in Italy. See all the ruins and the Vatican and all that stuff. And then I'm going to go to London because I love watching London and seeing the English police and all that, and go see and visit and see how it goes. So that's just mine. What are yours? What is your dream location? 833-212-1017 is the number. Care to share? I really, really, really want to go to those places. And they are on my bucket list in the next 5 years to be able to hit the road. Yep. 10 cruises? I can't do cruises. And Crystal, I don't care. I'm skipping past that. I don't even care. Crystal says she want to go to Amsterdam. Amsterdam? Essie, you did trash, man. I felt trashed. I'm telling you how I felt. I felt trashed. As a man, I felt trashed. Hurt my feelings. Hey, Zach, I'm going in the corner. Quanda says she want to go to Dubai. You don't want to go to Dubai right now. Come on now. They bombing over there. What you doing? Don't go. And black girls get locked up in Dubai because y'all be screaming and hollering and fighting with people. And if you raise your voice at a man, you get locked up. That girl spent like a month in jail. Dude, I don't want to go there. Ladies, do not go to Dubai. You will get yourself in trouble. Dubai, London, and Bali. Yeah. Miles says Singapore. Now, I heard Singapore was wonderful, but y'all be taking like 2.5 days to get places. I'm like, dude, why does it take so long to get some? If I got to fly more than 6 hours, I don't know if I got to go to London, so I guess well, maybe I'll go to New York, chill a night, and then fly. I'm skipping Crystal again. I got nothing. All right, we're shutting down the talking text line right now. Boop. Okay, it's gone. All right. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Y'all is going off in the talking text. And when we come back, we're going to hit the talking text line. And I want to hear other places. Now, Crystal said you want to go. Where'd you say you wanted to go? Amsterdam? I can see that. Kathleen said Ireland, Fiji, Maldives, and return to Bali. Notice how they had to throw in that, and I want to return to Bali because I've been to Bali. Yeah. Switzerland? Okay, dude, something wrong with y'all. And now with the final traffic check of the day, here's Debbie Lazica.
We've got a couple of problems out there right now. First of all, eastbound 94. Well, first we've got delays heading right through the Barker Road area. That's pretty typical. Then we got more delays from 70th Street through the Stadium interchange to 35th with a crash on the ramp from Mitchell Boulevard to 94 eastbound. So keep that one in mind. Westbound 94, we've got backups from 27th Street to Hawley Road. And on the ramp from Highway 100 southbound to 94 eastbound, we have the right lane blocked with a crash. So careful with that. More delays then beyond that out towards the county line. We got southbound 41 heavy from before Good Hope Road down to Appleton Avenue. We've got the northbound side of 41 also slowing down before Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast, showers likely tonight and breezy, up to a quarter inch of rain, a low of 48. Tomorrow, becoming partly cloudy, a high of 62. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazica on 101.7 The Truth.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. we're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7. The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Bucks are back in the losing column after the Nets beat them 96-90 in Tuesday's game. The Bucks are now in Detroit to face the Pistons. Giannis is still looking to play and is hopeful for a return before the season ends.
And he will dribble this one to the finish line, where the Brooklyn Nets have now won 2 consecutive games here on the home floor as the Bucks drop the first of a back-to-back. They'll head to Detroit.
Tonight's game begins at 6. The Brewers are facing the Red Sox again after receiving their 3rd loss of the season. Here's manager Pat Murphy on the Miz running out of gas.
After the 5th, we could tell just his responses and things that like he was running out of gas a little bit, but he was throwing the ball so great.
The Red Sox beat the Brewers 3-2 on Tuesday. Today's starting pitcher is Shane Drohan. I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
My life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. You can hit us on the talk and text line or go to youtube.com/@101.7 The Truth and watch. Log in and listen and watch live. We got rebroadcasts on the Truth app, so you can download it and listen anytime that you want, day or night. Let me set this. Let me see if anything's in it. Marcus said, please don't block me. Man, ain't nobody blocking you, dude. Come on. I'm just talking. Dr. Ken, Todd said, I would love to spend winter in Nazir, Spain. They have some of the biggest surfing waves, if not biggest in the world. Since college in Florida, I've had a fascination with surfing. That's before my back is shot. So why would you would go to Spain just to watch the watch the waves or something? Or, oh, that's great. No, I won't do that. I won't do that. Marcus, ain't nobody gonna block you, dude. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. We just having banter, going back and forth. And let me see who's beating me up now. Crystal has been beating me up all day. Quanda has been threatening me. Now Sincere might get blocked with all this king and queen nonsense. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. As he said, he told listeners, I'm bashing. Not true. I'm going to just listen now and go back in my shell. Bye. Oh, we just kidding, girl. Stop. Speak your truth. That is, Quanda, that don't make no sense. Bruh. Truth stands by itself. You can speak your perspective, you can speak what you believe, but truth is true by itself. Your truth and somebody else's truth can't be different and then call it truth. You can't. Stop that. Mal said, SE, you're free to express yourself and tell your story. If men are being bashed, it is because of other men making decisions that affect everyone with no care for the consequences. And yet the same woman complains about men and doesn't separate the good ones from the bad ones. That's the problem. That's the problem I have. I get it. I agree with you. SE, say what you say. Don't ever feel bashful or anything, and don't feel like you can't speak your mind. But understand, I get challenged, you get challenged. I question, you question. You get the same right. So come on now. Y'all know y'all cool. But here's the issue. Separate that from us. Don't make it sound like men don't get this and men don't get that and women this and women that. It comes out, and make sure you understand what the translation is. It comes out as you're trashing men. It comes out as men are less than, that men are not important, that men aren't special, they're not needed. If you can't do this, you're not good. What do you do to a woman who can't have a kid? Like, is a woman less than if something happens to her? Or there's rape or incest and she doesn't get pregnant because she can't? Is she less than a woman? Look at and I'm not bashing y'all. Look at all of the consequences, right? All you need is one. And if that one is big enough, then don't. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't be sending no hearts to Quanda and Mao. What's wrong with y'all? Ryan said, I'm behind in the playback. My apologies, Dr. Ken, and the chat if I offended anyone. No, you didn't offend anybody. You're good. Crystal good. All y'all good. Y'all good. Listen, this is what we do. This is the truth. We have conversations, sometimes critical, difficult conversations. But I think nonetheless, it's good to share and talk to each other and understand what is exactly going on. That's why when I go on my trips, none of y'all can come. You can't go. Rhoda. Yeah, Rhoda is. Carolyn said, Rhoda, Spain. Yep. Now, my question was, what kind of show should Byron Allen do? Because, he's got the 2-hour time slot after Colbert goes off the air, and he bought it from CBS. Movies, I said movies, talk show, news, and a series, which is what he's doing, 2 hours. Personally, I think that's pitiful that he's going to not take advantage of that hour and do it. I need to try to find Byron Allen and see if I can get Byron Allen on the show. That's what I need to do. That is what I need to do. Kathleen said, my trip to Bali was with a Carroll College professor who taught eco studies. We stayed in a fishing village and did native island things. Never saw the touristy side, southern white beaches. That's seeing Bali. Not me. I need creature comforts. I need a tent with a cell phone and satellite TV. Oh, now you come in at the end, Quanda, talking about she got everything back on track. Girl, stop. Yeah, okay. All right. Because I know she'd be working. But going back to it, what kind of show would Byron Allen do? 0% movies, 56% talk show, news 22%, and a series 22%. So even with the 44% piling up, it still didn't overdo talk. And I think it's important that we do a talk show, a black now watch this. I had a friend of mine tell me this on the phone when we were talking about it. I was talking about the story that I was going to talk about. She said, "You ready? Bring back Arsenio Hall." Arsenio Hall was one of the most talented talk show hosts who could go from, and I mean, some of them folks on The View and a couple other ones can really learn something, morning news. They could learn something from Arsenio Hall. So those are two people I need to track down. I need to track down Arsenio Hall. I need to track down Byron Allen. And I want to get them on the show. How funny Quanda threatened to call Mrs. Harris. Like, I'm scared of Quanda. Like, stop. Like, I'm scared of Mrs. Harris. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm a grown man. I stand on my word. See how I be keeping threats? See how women do? They just threaten. No, Arsenio Hall bet not retire. What do you mean, works like a charm every time? No, it didn't. It most certainly did not. See, I'm about to take another trip to Miami. Hey, Zach, we doing a show live from Miami. Quanda's porch. As he said, didn't they already try bringing Arsenio back like a few years ago? Yeah, but I mean, bring Arsenio back in the way that he was, with more intimate conversations, with more intimate way. Like, they didn't give it a go. They didn't promote it. They didn't. I don't care. Hey, we could do patio too. Local cigar lounge. We'll just broadcast live. We need to make sure that we bring back things in the way and bring, like A Different World, right? Don't mess it up. Those messages that are A Different World, you can't go back and replicate that with their kids and their grandkids and all that. What they need to do is just rerun A Different World and let people see it in its original state. That's the type of thing. 77 said bucket list vacation is Azores Islands or New Zealand. I want to go to New Zealand. I kind of like New Zealand. Australia, not so much. Quite said, I got a lounge for you that my sister and her husband go to when they come down from Orlando. Which one is it? Because I have one in Miami in Brickell that I go to. So we'll have to talk about that. I'll bring the family down. We could hang out.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices, and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call, That's All Gruber Cash giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call, That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call, That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Well, it looks like what kind of show you want Byron Allen to do. 60% talk show, 20% news, and 20% a series. 0 movies. Y'all don't want to play black movies? Y'all don't like black movies? Oh, okay. All right. Well, good evening. Bye, SC. See you later. B. Bruce, what's going on? You finally rolled in, huh? Crystal, I need a nap after this show. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. Mao, Kwanda, everybody in the chat. Who else is up here? SE. Not really a city girl. Carolyn. Say thank you. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Loshow's coming up next, so make sure you hang around and check it out. I didn't get to any of my topics today. Like, literally, I only got to the vacation one. That was about it. Y'all beat me up and smacked me around and threatened my life and threatened my family, and I'm just going somewhere and sit down. I have nothing to do tonight, so I'm going to go sit around the fire pit and read a book and relax, because y'all got me all riled up. Pop off Friday on Wednesday. So, but I thank you for it, and I appreciate it. God bless. Take care. Zach, appreciate you. Have a great one. Deuces, y'all. I'm out.
Be quiet.